Hello Nubits, and Nubit is here once again. Today I'm going to share a new thing I'm planning to start up, calling Oldschool'd, where I'm showing off older games and, well, how they work out and such. And the very first time we'll be going through the Age of Empires 2. Again, I've been playing a very lot back in the days when I started playing computer. But let's first get a quick brief about Age of Empires. Age of Empires 2 is the successor of a very popular game called Age of Empires as well, of course. This again was succeeded by Age of Empires 3, which came out a few years ago. Other than those three, there's been a quick spin-off called Age of Mythology, which was the same as Age of Empires but with different ancient mythologies, where you played as those countries and so on. Age of Empires 2 was developed by Ensemble Studios, was published by Microsoft and came out back in 1999. It's some old stuff we're going on with. Let me first apologize for the few numbers that'll show up in the upper right corner while I'm in the menu. It'll be gone when I'm in game though, so no worries. Let's start by taking quickly in the options. There isn't a whole lot to change. You can change the screen size. Also, there is some different graphic details, and you can change the volume, and that's pretty much it. Also, different ways of playing. You can play multiplayer, you can play a skirmish, or campaigns. A quick view, and the campaigns are 5 different ones you can pick, where you then do one mission at a time, and so on and so forth. But today I'll be playing a random map, aka skirmish. Here you pick the different difficulties. I picked easy since I was trying on medium before, or somewhat hard. As I'm not changing a whole lot, but I want to be Viking since I'm Danish. Yeah! Right. The different factions do have some minor differences between them. The Vikings, this example, have a special unit called the Berserker, which is a very strong infantry unit, which does heal over time. One last thing before we start, however, I was planning, or I did believe, that this match was going to be a 1v1, but that I mean a free-for-all, where everyone could kill everyone. It turned out in the end, or figured out in the end, that it actually was the 2 bots against me. Just to throw that out there already now, so you know that. But let us get to it and start the game. Alright, then we have the start build, or the start units you start with. You start with 3 villages, a scout, and a main base, using the villages to build buildings and gather different resources. You can see the top left corner which resources we have to deal with. There's wood, food, coin, /gold, and stone. Right, at first I just try to gather or get as many villages as possible quickly, so I could gather more resources quickly. To get villages you need food first of all, and you need population, as you'd see as the last one at the top left corner. To get more population, to get more units, you need to build houses, which you currently have a villager set on, so do. You just finished build now. For each house you get +5 population, so it could out being quite a lot of houses you would need to have enough people around, since you build the population for soldiers and villages and so on. Here at first I'm mainly focused on getting wood and food. Wood to build more buildings, and food to get more villages first of all, and secondly to be able to upgrade or get to the next age. To get to different ages you need different resources. At the first 2, I think it is, you only need food, and from there on you need both food and coin /gold. Right now I'm using my scout here to try to find the nearest gold location. Only one thing quickly actually. Right here I'm building a lumber camp. I do that so my villagers don't have to carry the wood for such a long distance. By that I mean that to turn your resources, your villagers have to deliver to your main base or a camp that fits that. And in this case, to turn wood you need to even turn into the base, or a town as it actually is called, or a lumber camp, which you can build pretty much everywhere and doesn't cost a whole lot. So it's a very easy way and a lot faster way to gain resources, instead of just having your villagers delivering to the towns in every single time. And as you just could see, I finally managed to find a place with some gold. So I sent 2 villages down there to make a mining camp. Like the lumber camp, you can use that to gather resources easier and faster. The mining camp does have a small difference though, other than it's used to deliver gold. You can both deliver gold and stone into the mining camp, which actually also makes pretty much sense when you think about it. So right now I pretty much have what I need when it comes to resource gathering. I might buy a few more villages every now and then just to increase it. There was another one. I'll try to focus on food still, as I also mentioned. So therefore I would need a lot of villages to gather that. Right now I'm building a mill here. That is like the lumber camp and mining camp. You can deliver food to that instead of having to deliver it to the town center. You can see it's a little close to those bushes up there that can deliver food as well. Other than being able to deliver to it, it gives you the option of creating fields as well. Fields you can use to gather food on as well, which is a good way of getting food when you're pretty much out of nearby sheep and bushes with berries in it. To create a field it costs you some amount of wood, but that's pretty much it. A field will decay after you've gathered X amount of food on it. And after that you'll just have to spend the same amount of wood again to plant it again. It's a very useful and easy way to gather food. That is because your villagers barely have to walk anywhere at all. The last thing to mention about fields is that you can only have one village on it at a time. And speaking of fields, I just ran out of sheep and I've decided to use a single village already now to harvest from a field. So I'm planting the field, costing me 75 wood, right next to my town center. So that's a very easy and fast way to deliver and get the food. Pretty much everything is going well right now. I'm using my scout right here to try to see if I can find my enemy's space. I haven't succeeded yet, but that'll hopefully change. And speaking of enemy, we just had a Turkish scout running around here and finding my base. The enemy scouts or bots in general, scouts won't attack you in the start for some reason. As soon as I saw this scout, I decided it was about time to build my barracks to start some units to be able to keep myself defended if it should be necessary. And I rebuild it. Oh, those awesome sounds. Every single building in the game has specific sounds when you click on it. I've had great fun playing around with that back in the days. And after a quick speed up, we're having our barracks totally built here. We just hit a railway point, and I was just about to train some militia, which is the only unit I can train so far. But I didn't really have any population left. My scout reached its destination, and I set it to a new one. To see if I can find some enemies sometime soon. I was a little confused, I didn't have seen any base yet whatsoever. There's a few sheep, back to the base with you, and on to new adventures with our lovely scout. And also it's pretty much just running randomly around until I found a base. I'm surprised I hadn't found anything yet, because I've looked so much at the map, but suddenly I found the green faction, which was a... yeah, I don't even dare to pronounce that. But I didn't end up attacking them because I'd be afraid they would attack me immediately then. I wanted to hold or stay neutral with neutral with them as long as possible. But anyways, I'm gonna end this video now, guys. This was more or less just a start and introduction thingy to the game. I hope you liked it. It's a game I've liked a lot and played a lot back in time. There'll be way more videos to come of this, while we get to fight the Turks and the greenish faction I don't dare to pronounce. Anyways, I'd like to thank every one of you for watching this video, and your rating and comment, likes and so on would be very appreciated. Else, I don't think there's anything else to say. Take care everyone, and Anubit is out.